Welcome to this edition of Video Drone by DIY3DTech.com. We're out here on Lake Huron. We got about 6 mile an hour breeze out here. We got the Michigan out there, so we're going to go fly on it. Already checked hover and my maintenance check, so I'm good to go. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do takeoff. I'm going to do a precision takeoff. Get this guy up in the air. And then I'm going to start my video recording. And if I put it in video mode, start my video recording. I got video recording going, and I'm going to head it out. Head it out and up. And we're going to catch some video of the Michigan out here. This guy is just a small one, but it's still pretty interesting. And we're going to take it out there. And we got it centered in the frame here. And I'm going to catch a little bit more altitude on it. Get up there around 50 meters. And it's kind of taking it out there. I'm going to gimbal down on it a little bit. And we're going to kind of watch it. I'm going to do some digital zooming here. And make sure I've got my focus point, and so we've got the focus going. We get the autofocus on this, and so we're just kind of setting it in. We got a little bit of zoom going on. We'll just ratchet it down a little bit and kind of following it out there. So it's not a bad day out here on Lake Huron. It's a little bit breezy, about 6 mile an hour winds. It was raining this morning, but actually not too bad right now. And so just kind of setting it in, and I'm going to tip it this way and let it sit in the frame a little bit longer. Because what I think I'm going to do is try to drop in a little bit behind it as it's moving out there. So the hollyhock is up lake a little bit. I was hoping she'd be coming on down. You notice I believe this has a tug combination, kind of a barge tug combination, as you can kind of see it out there. Whoops. So one thing was with the zoom, it moves rather fast. You see we're going through the green buoys there, and let's take it out a little bit more, tighten up our view on this guy, and again just kind of following it down. I've got a slight yaw, it's doing a slight yaw on it, kind of bringing it around. Kind of a little bit in pace, trying to keep it center screen, practicing a little bit of my droning abilities here as I drone on. And just kind of watching it slide down lake a little bit. And just want to do another tap to focus there. Make sure I got this in focus as it's moving. And what we'll do is we'll kind of tip it back this way, and we'll kind of watch it go down into the bridge. Kind of take it out that way. Again, with the battery power of the Mavic, I really have very little worries compared to the Spark. I'd get a little bit nervous getting too far out there, and not that I'd be getting a line of sight so much, but you know, just the distance. You can really hear that tug working, and you know, we can see it kind of if we kind of tilt in. You know, here's where the kind of money shot comes in as it's heading down into the bridge, because one of the things I can do is I can actually tighten into that a little bit. And it's a little bit overcast today, unfortunately. Sun was out, it rained this morning, sun came out, and but hey, not a bad day to be out here. I'm happy. A good day droning is better than a bad day at work, or a good day at work. I don't know how it goes, but and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of track it down into this. trying to keep a tight image on it as it heads down lake. So got to meet another droner this morning, Paul Murray, so from up in the area. He's also got a YouTube channel. I'll list it below. So he also does a lot, you know, with the ships and stuff like that. So he's out flying an Inspire this morning. So caught up with him after a doctor's appointment, just happened to run into him. So that's one thing about this community. The droning community is really a pretty cool community. A lot of meet a lot of pretty cool people, etc., that really have a passion for flying and documenting things and all that kind of stuff. So again, I'm just kind of matching the Mavic, headed sort of down into this, as you kind of see. And I'm going to kind of yaw it back around to kind of slowly bring this in. And one of the things to keep in mind is I still have it zoomed, so I'm still quite a ways from that ship, even though it looks like I'm pretty close. And I'm going to hang in right about there. And actually I want to go up a little bit more because I still got more zoom power left in this guy. And so what I want to do is, for some reason it's not putting the zoom numbers on the screen. So now I'm zoomed in. And we're just watching it ply the waters down there. I'm hoping the hollyhock comes down. The Leitagurtha is supposed to be on its way up lake, so it was down by St Clair, which is, you know, probably about 20-30 miles down. So I'm not sure I'll be able to hang around that long for it to come up, but we'll see. But again, I'm still hanging in there with tons of battery life. I'm still showing like about 17 minutes of battery life as this guy just sort of drops down the lake. So again, the battery life on the Pro is just amazing. So I'm really happy. You know, RJ Make, you should have talked me into this a long time ago, because I tell you what, I've been super happy with the Mavic Pro. One of the things, Stan, though, I've gone back to the Android, at least as of this writing. I just been having too much issues with the iPhone 6S crashing. I got a new battery, new screen. It's totally rebuilt. It's like a new phone. I took it into Apple and they redid it all for me. Thank you, Apple. Charged me $30 and redid the whole thing. But I'm still having a lot of problems with it crashing and that kind of stuff, which is really a bummer. But, you know, I've got this older Samsung, I think Galaxy 6 or something like that. And it's just been hanging in there like a champ. And I really haven't had a problem with it since the, you know, past couple updates of the Go 4 app. So screen recording works, doesn't crash it, yada, yada, yada. So been pretty happy with that. Just kind of watching. There's a few ships out there in the upper lake. Hoping some of them come down. Like to get some video. Because again, this guy is sailing off into the sunset. So what I think I'm going to do is just turn this guy back around. And you see the version of Canada there. And I think I'm just going to bring this, let's fly this guy back up lake. I want to turn it. Okay, so there's the land. So I'm going to take it back up. And this is going to bring it back in a little bit towards me. You see some of the beach there. And I'm bringing it in fairly close. I'm just kind of doing a little yaw party for Norbert. We haven't done that for Norbert in a while. Kind of hazy and overcast. It's showing 10 miles visibility on hover, 10 statute miles, and that's probably pretty accurate, but still off in the distance. It's still a wee bit hazy. So again, we got the bridge. I can't tell what that's. It looks like a smaller boat coming up, maybe underneath the bridge. and just kind of bring it around. You can see down there the Chemical Valley where I fly sometimes by there. There's something down there, some big, sounds like a ship down lake. But anyways, I think for this flight I'm going to pretty much call it a day, and I'm going to bring it home. So let's go ahead and no, I don't want to land the aircraft now. I want to bring it home. I always hate that. Slide to return home. So we're going to bring it home. Aircraft's returning home. Pretty good flight. So got some good video of the Michigan going down lake. We'll save a little bit of battery, see if we can get something else coming up lake or down lake or something like that as we come back in here. And we'll see how the precision landing works. So far, Stan, that's been working pretty good. One or two times it's bobbled a little bit, but still pretty darn good. Been happy with it. And we're bringing it on down. And we're coming down to the ground. And I'm going to save off the video. And let's see how this thing... she's a ways off. Let's see if it adjusts itself. I don't think so. No, I'm going to have to manually adjust it. I want to keep it off the sand. Okay. No, I had to manually adjust it a little bit. And we'll bring it down. And we got it. So, another great flight of the Mavic over Lake Huron. Let me know what you guys are thinking about for lunch. Hit me up in the comments below if you got any questions. And hey, we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.